Hey, already. Hey, I, hey, Sheila, is that you?
No,
No.
this is Karen.
Oh, how you doing?
Good. I think today's good. It's the first day, and so far I've done good.
Okay, now let me ask you. I mean, Karen, it's been a while since I think you've been on part of a chat. How long
Yes,
has it?
November,
How long has it been?
about 3.5 months, probably.
Okay. How have you? How have things been going in the last 3.5 months?
Not good. So that's kind of what pushed me into starting again. Um, every day I was trying, but I was never making it, and I was just beating myself up. And then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to blow it for a while, and then as soon as I'm ready, I'll go and stop thinking about food and how much I'm eating and everything. And so
Okay.
then just went along with the family, ate my regular amount. Um, we went on a cruise. I've had some stress with one of my kids,
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
and he's older, and so it was a big stress from. He has a memory of something bad that happened 18 years ago, and we thought everybody was over it, and he wasn't.
Okay.
So he beat me up pretty good.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
physically,
no, no, no.
mentally.
Mentally, he doesn't remember things the way they actually happened,
Okay.
and I decided it's not worth arguing with him about it. It is what he thinks it is, and it is what I think it is,
That's right.
and there's no solution. We just have to go on from that point.
Okay. How old is he?
35, almost.
Okay, well, he's an adult now. I mean, I mean, he's now needs to sort of direct his own path, right? He needs to lead his own life, and
Right. Well, he was blaming me. What? In a short story, he um, was put in juvenile hall overnight when he was 17.
hmm
Um, he'd come to the house angry. We had like an altercation, and I thought that he had hit me, but he didn't. Something fell off the wall because he pushed me, and I hit the wall, and it
okay,
fell down and hit my head. When the police came, they said attempted murder. So they put him into juvenile hall with chains on his ankles. And really, he really wasn't that bad of a kid, but they wouldn't let me get him out. So he had to spend the night. Now he's blaming me for it. He's blaming that I didn't stand up for him, which I did, but he doesn't remember that I did.
that's yeah.
And
But
so,
here's the
um,
thing: the only thing you can do at this point, he's 34. I mean, he's a full adult at this point. The only
yeah,
thing that you can do is you can explain, look, this is what happened. This is, it may not be the way you remember it, but this is what happened. I really fought for you back then. And I
he
love you,
doesn't believe
whatever.
me. He doesn't believe me.
Okay. There's
We
nothing you can do about that.
yes, nothing. And I think I don't know, maybe punishing myself. I don't know.
Yeah, there's
It hurt.
nothing.
I mean, I thought it's 18 years ago. I mean, we've moved on. We've had a good relationship during the time since then. But all
Right.
of a sudden, out of the blue, he hit us with this. And he's having a baby this month. And so I wanted to fight for a relationship for the baby, with the
For sure.
baby.
For sure.
So it was hard. I didn't realize I was going to be this upset about it.
No,
But
it's okay. It's all good. I mean, it's all, part of the, I guess, therapy, whatever. So, I mean, I think that's
then
fine.
I haven't been to work for a year and a half, well, a year and 9 months. And
hmm
yes, so Saturday was my first day back. And it just killed me. My knees hurt, my ankles hurt, my back hurts. My back went out last March,
hmm
and um, it's better, but it's so much better. I'm a nurse. I was on the whole time,
hmm
and I only worked a 6-hour shift. So I have to do something. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
This is my
absolutely.
life, and
So that was really the turning point. It was really the physical, when you start to realize, you know what, I can't go on like this. I need to get things going. I mean,
yeah,
the emotional trauma that you've been through recently, I mean, that's sort of a side thing. Is it related to the weight? Yes, in some way. We know that from previous studies, that anxiety and even depression
yeah,
can be related independently to extra weight. So, I mean, there's that component. But let's just talk about the physical component. I mean, my gosh, the arthritis in the knees and the hips, things like that. I mean, it's directly, obviously, weight induced, right? Both from mechanical and
yeah.
inflammatory.
Well, I had two knee surgeries and Achilles tendonitis because at one point when I was going to the gym, I kind of got addicted to spin class, and I was doing 2 and 3 spin classes a day.
Okay.
And even though my ankles hurt, I still did it because I liked it so much, and I thought I
Okay.
was burning calories. So,
Well, you probably were, right? I mean, obviously you're going to be quote unquote, burning more calories. You'll be breathing certainly more when you're spinning. I mean, you'll be
yeah,
breathing a lot more. But the problem is you'll put it all back in hours later. And so the whole thing becomes sort of a self-defeating exercise, right?
yes,
When it all comes around. The bottom line is we just need to gain control over the volume intake. And the way we do that is we first control our hunger. Then we realize why we eat. And it's because we really want to taste something. We get hungry. So I want you to satisfy your hunger when you're hungry. But I also want you to fill it very quickly with foods that you really love and you savor and you'll remember. And always remember there's another chance to eat just a few hours later. So wait till then before you have more, right?
yes.
But let's get started.
Yes,
again.
and I think that's the emotional part comes in because it would be I would count the 5 bites and then I would say, I just can't handle this and eat. I guess eat to feel better. I don't know, but it doesn't make you feel better,
It doesn't
obviously.
make you feel better at all. And just recognize that it doesn't. And you know what? If you're going to feel bad anyway, you might as well my attitude is you might as well just compile it all, compound it all, bunch it up in one neat little package and tie it off with a bow and deal with it. So, it's just a few months maybe where you're just really going to have to sacrifice, not sit back and enjoy food the way that you had for so many years of your life.
Yeah.
Let's just get this thing done. And
now I was trying to do things to please my son to get back into his good graces. So, of course, what that means is since his wife is 9 months pregnant, and she has this thing called velamentous insertion, which I've never heard about before, but now I am learning more about it. But I started helping her out by cooking meals for her. So,
okay, that's fine. Doesn't mean you have to eat them, though, right?
That's true.
I mean, that's true. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to eat. No. Just you can make them. I mean, I don't mind that you surround yourself with food. I think it's harder. It really taxes your brain, your willpower. But fine, if you can do it, you can do it. You can, we can all do it if we really put our mind to it, right? So go ahead. Cook, bake other people food, and make other people food. But again, when it comes to you, I just want those few little bites twice a day.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I'm giving it another shot because I know it worked. The first week that I did it, it worked.
Okay.
And then we went on a cruise shortly after that. So pretty much I haven't given it a real good try.
Let me ask you this, though. Okay, so the cruises are always going to happen and things like that. Life's events always pop up. But after the cruise, after you finished the cruise, did you weigh more or less than you did before you started the diet the first time?
Exactly the same as before the cruise.
Okay, so you lost how much weight that first week?
I don't remember. It was more than 9 pounds.
So let's say 10, and then you would have gained those 10 pounds back when you're on a cruise. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's probably pretty standard. Boy, if only we hadn't had that cruise right then, right? Because then what happens, you sort of feel, well, on the one hand, I mean, you're 10 pounds down. So after the cruise, you're back to where you started. That's pretty good. Had you gone on the cruise, you probably would have been up 10 plus pounds, right? So at least you're starting off at that lower level. But I really would like to see you follow through a little bit more. I want you to back up a good week with another good back week. What we need to do is we just need to start developing a routine where eating less, eating a small amount becomes automatic. I mean, after all, I want this to be your new life for a while. I want this idea of living number one for health to supersede all else that's going on in your life. Can we do that, do you think?
Yeah.
So let me ask you today already, because you said you were going to start today, or you did start today. How have you done so far?
I had 5 bites and that's it. And I haven't had dinner yet.
Perfect.
Where do you live, by the way?
Where do you live, by the way?
I live in Valencia.
Oh, California. You're just up the coast here, right? Oh,
yes.
Okay. Perfect.
About a half an hour away from your office.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. If you ever want to stop in sometime, I'd be delighted to meet you. Okay. So what were you planning on having? First of all, what did you have for lunch today?
I had 5 bites of a Fat Boy ice cream sandwich.
Okay. Sounds good. And then what did you have for dinner?
I haven't had dinner yet.
So when you had the 5 bites of that Fat Boy sandwich, did you finish it?
No.
You really threw some of it away?
Yes.
You didn't look at this ice cream sandwich and say, that looks like about 5 bites, and so you ate it.
I wanted to.
But
It would be a really big fat bites. I would have had to fill my mouth up totally for 5 bites. And I had a difficult time because I looked at the calorie content, which was 210, which is what a Snickers bar is. But then I know that you're big on volume, not so much the calories.
Perfect. I love it. How did you feel when you were done with your lunch?
Sad that I threw it down the garbage disposal.
Are you serious? You didn't feel accomplished, having just succeeded in throwing the rest of the food away?
No, I was hungry, and so for a few minutes, that's what it felt like.
You felt what?
A few minutes. I felt like I wished I had eaten it.
Okay.
But really, I'm glad now that I didn't. I mean,
and that's my point. Certainly you spend much more time patting yourself on the back, congratulating yourself for throwing away all that extra food, right?
Yeah. I'm trying not to think about it because I'm hungry and I have a headache. And
good. Well, here's the thing. Let's fight together, because we need to do is endure the next couple of days. You've done this before, but if we can endure the next couple of days, never eating more than that volume, we are then on cruise control. At that point, things really do become easy, very controllable, very maintainable, right? So let's just get there. Come on, I know you can do it. By the way, as far as liquids, and be sure you're getting in plenty of water, because if you're not eating, we've got to get water into our body, right? A lot of our normal water, daily intake of water, comes from solid food, believe it or not. So be sure you're supplementing your intake with regular water. But are you also drinking coffee?
I did have coffee in the morning. I don't like it. It tastes so bitter.
I've got a nice big black cup of coffee here. It's delicious.
It's so bitter. It's got that. Oh.
But remember this, I don't limit the coffee that you drink. You can have it.
Can it be, it doesn't matter if it's instant or?
No, it's fine. You can have instant, whatever you can tolerate. But the trick is to get that caffeine in, because that's really going to help you. But when you're feeling hungry, or when you start to get a headache, you're just feeling, I don't know, really weak, really tired, just crazy hungry, go get a cup of coffee. And you'll look at this cup of coffee and it's bitter and it's really watery, right? You'd say, that's not going to do anything for me. It's not like, you think you compare it to drinking the same equivalent of just water. Well, that's not going to fill you up. Funny enough, though, after that coffee's in, just give it a couple minutes. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm full. I'm just amazing. It's an amazing effect.
Now, is coffee better than tea?
Yeah, because you have a higher dose of caffeine. And
that's not going to make me shaky or?
No? Well, I mean, a little bit maybe. If you're not used to it, maybe a little bit shaky, but it's well worth it. I mean, it's worth it to ensure that we get from one meal to the next on just 5 bites, right? I really want to do everything I can to ensure that bites number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stay on the plate or down the drain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it sounds like your mind's in the right place. You've got a couple reasons for why we need to do this, but let's just do it. You know what? There's no time better than now, than the present. And as I like to say, as hard as losing weight is, as hard as it is much, much harder to not lose it. And you know that.
Yeah.
I know that
I've spent way too much of my life on this.
That's right. And we're dealing with the consequences of not having lost it. So you know what? Now's the time. We're still early in the year of 2015. This is the year. So we just do it. Yeah. We're going to do it hard. We're going to get this thing done. And I want you to transform your entire life right here in front of all of us. Won't that be awesome?
Yes.
And by the way, everyone here is definitely in big support of you. So, all right, Karen.
Yeah.
What is your username? Remind me again.
MLittle54. That's my ID, MLittle54.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen you on the website lately, so I'm just, okay, well.
No, I did the 1 month, and then when it renewed, I was in the middle of all that stuff and things. So I just waited until everything kind of quieted down.
First and foremost,
my husband said to me, he was driving down the road and he was thinking about when I went on this one diet. It was called the 9-Day Wonder Diet, and you lose 15 pounds about. And it worked really well for me, but I gained the weight back. And so he said, I was driving down the road and I was trying to remember when we used to have some really good lobster. And on the second day, you can have lobster and a ball of ice cream and melted butter and rice. And I said, yeah, that was great. And he goes, that was just one of your diets years ago.
Yeah.
And I weigh the same or more than I did then. So it's so funny. I've wasted so much time and
Okay, so
money and
that's it. That's it. So you know
energy.
what
And
we're just going to get it done. And it's, you know what? It's amazing when this starts to happen, when it really happens and you follow through with it. All of a sudden, one day you're going to wake up and it's going to hit you. It's like, oh my God, it's this amazing feel. It's like, this is actually happening. And it's at the moment that you realize you're going to keep this going. You've got total control. And you've
yeah,
now made the decision to see this through to the finish line. Once that realization hits, it's just an amazing feeling that just comes over you. And it's overwhelming. And it's really awesome. And I know
yeah.
it's going to happen. But let's just go through right now. It's just baby steps, right? We just take it step by step. So I love what you had for lunch today. What are you going to have for dinner tonight?
We have turkey hot dogs with sauerkraut, so I'll probably eat a half of one.
Perfect. I'm not. That's all yours. I have a problem with the sauerkraut. The rest of it I'd be okay with, but I don't know about the sauerkraut. So
I don't either. I got it from Whole Foods and it's uncured or
and
something.
you love it, right? It tastes good.
know.
So just yeah, I mean, all these foods are very uniform. So it doesn't take very many bites to really know what that food tastes like. And mark my words. I mean, I don't know if you read that thing by Chip today, but he acknowledged that when you eat less of a food, you remember it so much more. It has this big
Yeah.
imprint on your mind. It's really the truth. So if you were to just take a couple bites of that sauerkraut turkey dog tonight, you're going to remember it tomorrow. And that makes it so much better than had you finished the whole thing, right? So just have your
Yeah.
5 bites and be done with it. In fact, my attitude is make them 5 smallish bites, right? Not going beyond that.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be hungry anyway. So let's set our hunger stat to a small 5 bites and let's just get this whole thing done. And before you know it, you're going to wake up and you're thin. You're really not thin, you're skinny. I mean, wouldn't that be just absolutely unbelievably amazing?
I think so. I'm a little bit worried about the hanging skin
No, don't worry about
syndrome
that.
thing.
It all
No, but
eventually goes away. It doesn't, I mean, so much so that you will not even care about the little bit that's left. I keep saying, look, I would love to see somebody for whom I feel they need plastic surgery after all is said and done. I've yet to meet that person. So, I mean, but it's a possibility. I just have yet to meet that person.
yeah.
So, I mean, the reality is this, if we can get all this extra fat off the body, if we can get the fat out from underneath the skin, those leftover skin cells will flake right and left, and you get very dry, very flaky. And what's happening is you're just, auto dissecting all this skin. It's just disappearing right before your very eyes. You can see it. It's just, you take off a shirt and it all,
Well, I think once I saw a TV show where they had someone on that had lost like 300 pounds or something, and that was a little scary. Just 1 second here. I got to make sure the stove's.
But what you probably saw was a lot of what quote unquote loose, saggy skin, right?
Yes.
But what you didn't really think about is the fact they still have a lot of fat under that skin. I mean, granted, they've lost 300 pounds, but maybe they should have lost 360 pounds, and they've got the 60 pounds of fat still pulling their extra skin down, and that's what is so unsightly. If you're willing to go all the way with this, you will be blown away with the results. Absolutely blown away.
Yeah. Well, I'm disgusted enough to get back on and get it done. I mean, this is crazy. Even if it's a few, however long it is, months of discomfort, so what? It's
fair enough. And let me just say this, it's not months of discomfort, it's months of inconvenience. You're only going to, if you do this correctly, we've only got a few days of discomfort, true discomfort. After that, it's actually kind of exciting. You feel really good and everything's good. Yes, it would be so much more enjoyable to sit down and just eat all this food like everybody else seems to be doing. So it's inconvenient not to be able to do so, but you're truly not craving more, or you're not needing more. You don't feel the hunger need to eat more. And that's what I want. Yeah, you know what? I guess in a sense, you're sort of, if you want to look at it this way, you're sort of, undergoing penance for the years of accumulation, but that's okay. We're just going to spend a little bit of time. We're going to have fun with it and lose all this weight. And in reality, once we get this ball rolling, it's actually exciting. It's going to be some of the most fun you've had in a long time. And you know what? It's kind of a personal venture, just on your own, a personal adventure. But you know what? It's so much fun. It's really exciting when you're doing this, especially when you know that your mind is going to take you all the way to the finish line and no one's going to intervene. That's what makes it so exciting. Just
Yeah.
fun. It's a great project. So I think you're doing great. Let me move on down here because there's somebody else here.
Great.
Dana,
Yes, how are
how are
you?
you doing?
I'm doing good. I think you emailed me today.
Good. No, I think, let me try to remember. You were down, oh God, I can't remember now.
I'm the one that came into your office.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see me this
I
time.
did. How long did I, oh my gosh, yes. It's been a while.
Remember me now?
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I sent the email to you today because I think the chats, if you listen to the chats, you can pretty much get an answer to every concern that you have, I think, because I was going crazy with the coffee.
Okay.
And my heart was racing a little bit, so I went into my doctor's office, and the doctor said, the doctor said, well, we're going to send you for an echocardiogram. And so then I started looking at your chats, and I saw where you were saying that sometimes all that coffee, trying to prevent that hunger and suppress your appetite, it can have that effect. So I called my doctor back and said, hey, I was just in Dr. Lewis' office 6 months ago, and he listened to my heart and he didn't say anything. So I think it's because I'm drinking a whole lot of coffee.
Yeah. In fact, unless he's hearing or I'm hearing a murmur or something like that, an echo is not going to do you a lot of good. Right?
Well,
I mean, that's not the reason why your heart's beating fast. I mean, that if anything.
Well, she said it was.
Study.
I've had a heart murmur all my life.
Okay.
I was born with one, so it runs in my family. So I
might
guess
be recommending it for that reason, and I can't answer one way or the other. But but how's the heart rate now?
Well, I reduced the coffee, so it doesn't race like that. But my husband still wants me to do the test, so I'm going to still do it. So
you certainly can't go wrong by doing that, right? You'll follow through. So I think that's fine. But I did notice there was a little bit of a fall off on your weight loss curve, right?
Yeah, I've kind of plateaued a little bit. Yeah.
So you're here. I'm assuming because you're ready to get started again. You want to finish this thing, right?
Yeah, I just got to get past this because, like I said, I have to have that test this week, and then they did blood work, and I have to go in for those results. So
that's fine. Whatever. I mean, life's going to go on. Life's going to go on no matter what, right? Life is what it is. It doesn't. But you don't have to put your weight loss project on hold because other things are going on. In fact, might as well just do it at the same time. It's even more fun. I think life is actually more. It feels better. It makes you happier if you've got this project going on at the same time. Especially once your hunger is controlled.
You mean like you're losing weight in the middle of it?
What's that? Yeah, why not?
I said, you mean like if you're losing weight in the middle of all of that?
Okay, why not? Why? Yeah. Wait, I'm missing your question. No. What I'm saying is I think you would actually like it better if you were losing weight in the middle of all of this. No?
Yeah, rather than gaining because you're, anxiety eating or something like that. Yeah.
I guess I just want you to have. I want everybody here. I want them to realize how extraordinary it is to be done with this project. The rest of the world seems like they're struggling with weight. I mean, every single person. There are so few people on this in America. I mean, so few who would say, "I need to gain weight." In fact, I can't even think of one. There's nobody out there. Why not be that person? It's an amazing thing to be. I mean, I have to admit, every now and then, I am one of those people. I get on this kind of go, oh my gosh, where did the pounds go? I need to gain some weight. But wow, it feels amazing to have that feeling and to know, God, I've got to go out and I've got to get an extra burger and some extra fries and maybe I'll go to 31 flavors when I'm done because I just need to get the calories back in, right? I mean, what a neat thing. I want everybody to experience what that feels like. If not once, at least, if not, all the time, at least once in your life. So here's my thing. The finish line is unbelievable. You're going to think so much quicker and you're going to feel better and your senses are heightened and there's so many benefits to it. You look great and you've got all this energy. Oh my gosh, that alone, just knowing that you're heading in that direction, that is in a sense a stress reliever. And who cares what other things are going on? You can.
Well, I think that improves. I think weight loss improves blood work too.
For sure, for all these things. It's going to improve your cholesterol. It's going to improve your sugars. It lowers your blood pressure. I mean, there's something you're dealing with, the heart, cardiovascular system. There are a million reasons why you want to get as thin as you possibly can. And then in that regard, well, my gosh, why wait around, right? We want to get there as quickly as possible. Just be done with the whole thing. I'm
not really worried about it. I just said, sometimes you just have a little anxiety. I'm not really worried about it because, like I said, I was just in your office 6 months ago, and you listened to my heart and didn't hear anything.
Right.
So
I'm not worried about it either. But what I'm saying is, rather than put the diet on hold, I want you instead to focus, number one, on the diet. I mean, as I say, life's going to go on anyway, and other medical issues are not an excuse to not do the diet. Right now,
yeah, I only have 5 bites today, and I'm gonna have 5 bites this evening after the chat. So
brilliant. So are you hungry right now?
Huh?
Are you hungry?
I am, but I've noticed that drinking the water is better than the diet soda. Even though sometimes if I have to have a diet soda, I would drink one. But you definitely lose more when you just do the water.
Perfect. So you are a little bit hungry. I love it because number one, that tells me you did eat you ate just 5 bites today for lunch,
yeah,
right?
That's why I'm kind of acting like a little low energy right now. But I said, I don't feel that energetic, but I'm going to still get on and listen to everybody else.
Perfect. I love it. I mean, that's exactly right. And you just do it. And next thing you know, a few more hours have ticked by. And you know what? You made it this far. Might as well push it another few hours. Next thing you know, it's bedtime and you're asleep. You wake up in the morning, you'll actually feel refreshed and rejuvenated. And then the hunger will kick in pretty quick tomorrow. But you know what?
Yeah, but I'm going to wait until
a few more hours to lunch, and already the hunger stat starts to set. And now we're talking. Before you know it, you're right on track. The train is moving along at a really, really nice pace. You're just riding it, and next thing you know is you're done. You're pretty
well. I can definitely say it's easier to wait to 12 now. Before it was so tough to. I would wake up in the morning like really grouchy that I had to wait until 12 o'clock to eat. But now I just wake up, get my coffee, and I don't have as many cups now that I have the little scare going on.
Fair enough.
I get up and get my coffee, and it's easy for me to work until 12 and then eat at 12. But before it was so hard.
I love it. And you'll also notice that when noontime comes, when that 12 o'clock lunch hour comes, you actually really look forward to eating.
Right.
Eating food tastes better when you're a little more hungry and you're not just eating enormous amounts of food all the time. So that when you do eat, it just tastes better. It is your taste buds are, I don't know, more.
Well, I can just tell you that the chats really help, and I really believe in this diet. The 5 bite is the so I do, because I've done the Weight Watchers and stuff like that, and they say eat 6 small meals a day and stuff. That does not take weight off. This takes weight off.
Oh, absolutely. So here's the thing, Dana. Let's get started again like we were before, because I know that first week you did really, really well, right?
Yeah,
so
my husband was out of town.
What's that?
I said, yeah, my husband was out of town, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday he wanted to go to Famous Dave's, and he likes to eat out and stuff. And, I'm just being honest, it's a challenge to just stop at 5 bites. When you have all this food in front of you.
It is an incredible mental exercise. It is hard. I don't know if you'll ever be taxed this hard in your life, but if you actually succeed, despite all the external pressures for you to eat more, congratulations. I mean, you just come out feeling so accomplished, so special, and you truly are. I mean, that's what separates you from the crowd, right? Is the ability to go to you said Famous Dave's, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Famous Dave's barbecue place. And then, when he was out of town, some nights I would just go to bed. I just wouldn't eat dinner. I mean, I would just take the challenge to say, you know what? I want the scale to be down further in the morning. Like, I may do that. I'm thinking about doing that tonight.
Why not?
To be down in the morning, so you know what? I think I'm just gonna skip dinner.
I love it.
I have enough reserves.
Why not? Right? Why not? I love it.
Your book talks you into it because you say I have enough reserves.
That's it. We certainly don't need to eat. There's no value in eating. There's no point from a health standpoint to eat. Right? The best thing in the world is to live off the Famous Dave's that you had from a week ago.
Yesterday,
exactly. Still in there. Yours is the same food. It's just we need to use this stuff first. But I love that. And if you do go to Famous Dave's, challenge yourself to just have 5 bites. If you go to a place like that and then you walk out having only had 5 bites, you will feel awesome. That's all I can say. You will feel so awesome, so special. it'll be like one of the greatest things. You'll want to go back and do that again and eat the same way again, just for how you felt when you left. It's an amazing thing. It's challenging while you're in there, yes, but when you leave, it's an incredibly good feeling.
I'm going to do it. The very next time we go out to eat, I'm going to do it. I've done it before.
Good. I love it. Let me ask you, is your husband, he's obviously now back in town, whatever, is he supportive of what you're doing?
Oh, he's very supportive.
100%, right?
Yeah, he's very supportive. And I mean, he's supportive of everything, even with what I'm dealing with this weekend at work. And, you know, because I'm a paralegal, so I have a stressful job.
Perfect.
Yes, he's very supportive of everything.
Then you're in a great place. You're in a really, really, really good place. So you know what? Let's just do this thing, okay?
Yep, I'm gonna do it. So
I love it. I think it's.
Sometimes I don't get on the chat because I don't get off until like 6, and then I don't get. I get in my car and I don't get a chance to get on. So I try to get on at least maybe every other week or something. So you know. That's
great. That's fantastic. Well, I'm delighted that you're here. I can see you're in your car, it looks like.
Yeah, because I just kind of parked and said, I'm just going to get on this week because I haven't been on in like 3 weeks. So.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so here's the thing. So here we are. Here you are. We know where you are today. Let me see how you do this week, okay? You've gotten your feet wet again. You've started off with what sounds like a perfect plan. I mean, you could not have done better than what you've done already today. So let's just keep it going and let's be perfect for 1 week and then come back next week and let's see the result. I mean,
I set a goal for 5 pounds this week. So on the website, I went in there and put like a 5-pound goal for this week.
I would love that. I mean, I would love that, but I honestly know you can do better. That's the crazy thing.
5 because that's a safe number.
Okay, fair enough. It's safe. We'll call that a safe number.
All right.
Let's see what really happens, okay? Let's just be perfect and just keep, one perfect meal, follow it with another perfect meal. And let's just keep this ball rolling. It's only, after all, if you think about it, it's just 7 days. I mean, what's 7 days? It's nothing.
Right. It's nothing.
It's not that big of a deal. And let's see where we stand in 7 days.
And I think I'm just keeping positive. I think everything is going to turn out fine.
Yeah, it's going to turn out great. You're going to do great. But even better when you're thinner. Trust me.
Exactly. So thank you for all the encouragement. It's really good.
That's what I'm here for, you guys. That's why I love being here. I love doing this. You got to understand. This is really exciting for me to see, hopefully, you all out there improve your health. It's just nothing like it.
I think it's your calling.
I for sure. So let me ask you one last person. Sheila, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm on day 2.
Fantastic. Okay, so tell me about day 1.
Day 1, I had a frozen burrito at 2 p.m. and I had a frozen burrito at 8 p.m. and I had nothing else but unsweetened tea. I
love it. And did you finish the burritos?
I did, and I will work on not finishing them.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, if you buy like burritos in the frozen section of the grocery store, they have all different size burritos. There are some really small ones and bigger ones, whatever. But here's the thing. I hate the idea, even if you got one of the really small ones, and they do look like they're about 5 bites, they're a little bit more. But even if you were to finish one of those things, I hate the idea of finishing food. I hate the idea of estimating the number of bites you're taking. It makes it hard when you go out. I really want you to stick to literally 5 bites. And I also want you to get the practice in of throwing food away. Because after all, if you go out, you're going to be throwing most of everything you see away. So we might as well just get into that routine of mostly throwing food away. So if it were my choice, if you went to the freezer in your grocery store, I'd have you buy the big burritos. And then from the big burritos, take only 5 bites. I mean, burritos are pretty cheap anyway, right? So the difference in price between a small burrito and the big burrito probably isn't all that much. I would rather you get the big burritos, take 5 bites and throw them away. But just 5 bites. And we're not playing a game with the bites. We want to make them small. So we just hurry up and get this job done. Yeah?
I agree. Yes.
Okay. So that was yesterday, but it sounds like you've gotten things started on a pretty good foot. How have you done today?
Even better. I mean, I did really good. I just kept busy today, but I did the same meal times, 2 p.m. and 8 p.m.
Perfect.
Feel good. Not real hungry or anything.
Well, that's pretty impressive. Let me ask you this: would you normally by this time have eaten a lot more food? Hello?
Oh yeah, a ton. Yes.
For sure,
So I'm
right?
pretty excited.
And
Yes.
probably with snacks.
Oh yeah, like
else.
unbelievable.
So isn't it kind of neat
all
when you
day long.
start, I mean, by definition, think of the bites of food that you didn't eat today that you would otherwise have eaten. The food, if you were to make a plate of food of bites that you didn't eat today that you would have had yesterday, and then weigh those bites. How much is that? Was it a pound of food? Maybe it's 2 pounds of food? Oh my gosh, right? Because you're now that much less than you would otherwise have weighed. Pretty awesome when you think about it.
I know. That's what's exciting. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fantastic. I'm excited for you. Are you also drinking coffee or no?
I'm not drinking coffee, but I am drinking tea. I just do a lot of the hot tea. I seem to do better with the tea. So
you're like Shelly. She likes to drink.
Yeah, I am. Exactly. I didn't put any sweetener in it. I'm just drinking it plain, and I'm just enjoying it because it's hot liquid. It helps,
Perfect.
with the appetite.
Yeah, it gives you that oral fixation, whatnot. So I think that's perfect. Okay, well, good. How do you feel? I mean, do you feel pretty good right now?
I feel really good right now. Yeah, I really do.
Your mind is in a good place.
It really is. Yeah,
I love it.
It really
that's first and foremost. I'm a little, I don't know. I think part of me wants you to have been a little bit hungrier just from you sound pretty calm and okay. Are you hungry right now?
Yeah, I feel a little hungry now. I just ate at 8:00, which is an hour and a half ago on my time. I feel it. I usually go to bed feeling, I did last night too. I felt a little bit hungry, but
Perfect.
I knew it would be
great.
gone.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. I really do like this. I want you to be a little bit hungry. That will go away in a couple more days for sure, or a day.
Correct.
But yeah, good. I like that. I like knowing that you're not putting in as much carbon into your body as you used to, and so your body's letting you know that by telling you that you're hungry. I think that's perfect. I'm excited. I'm really excited for you. Yay.
Thank you so much. Yes. I'm glad to make it on chat. That's great.
Hopefully all these chats, whatever, and everybody else will help to motivate you. So I'm really excited. Shelly, how are you doing?
Okay. I'm all right.
How did the week go?
Pretty good. I didn't lose anything. So.
Oh, but it didn't go good.
No. I'm going to go back
to other things in life may have gone well.
I know. I'm going to forget the Snickers and go back to what I was doing when I was losing weight. Half of the chicken pot pie and half a sandwich.
Perfect.
Or whatever.
That's fine. That's fine. Whatever you're doing. The key, the hard part is this. When you eat a Snickers bar, when you specifically, I think, when you eat it, you're just like, I didn't eat. It doesn't feel like food. It's a snack thing. It's like, I didn't have anything of any substance. So you look for things, maybe a little bite here or there of something that's more substantial. But see, that blows the whole, that's not the idea, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to set the hunger stat and set it perfectly by having you eat the exact volume, understanding that you're not living off of whatever you're eating. That's already stored inside of you. We're just trying to set the hunger stat so that, when you venture into regular food, you can eat whatever you want and stop at that amount. Well, okay. So that didn't work for you. But okay, let's go back to the chicken pot pies because that did work for you in the past, right?
Yeah, that's how I've lost so much of it.
Okay, but don't be afraid to maybe have less than half of a pie.
Oh, yeah.
Just buy bites. Take a couple bites. We all know, oh, God, they're good, aren't they? But if you commit to having chicken pot pies, let's say for a week, as good as this one is that you're eating, oh, man, I want to have another bite. Just remember, you're going to have it tomorrow night. Oh, and then you're going to have it the next night, and then you're going to have it the next night. You know what? Maybe I then can throw the rest of it away because I'm going to be able to finish it tomorrow. Or, and then obviously when you don't finish it tomorrow, you can finish it the next and whatever. And when you're eating a certain food over and over and over again, it does sort of give you the confidence to throw that extra food away, not feeling that you're never going to taste it again, right? Yeah. Remember that with all food, by the way. You're always going to have a chance of tasting whatever. Even if you go to a really, really nice restaurant and you're trying something new that you've never had before, you'll always have the chance to taste that exact same dish again. Maybe not tomorrow or the next week, maybe even not the next month, but in a year, whatever, you're going to be faced with that same exact food again at some point in the future. So we can taste it again then. We always feel like, gosh, this is amazing. It's new. It's different. If I don't finish it now, this is my only chance to ever taste it. I don't want to throw the rest of this memory away because after all, this may be my only memory of this particular food. Well, no, it's not. That's what I'm telling you. There's going to come another opportunity to have that again if you so desire. So
you could take it home, right? You don't have to throw it away.
What's that?
You could take it home. You don't have to throw
You
it
could.
away.
You could take it home, but here's the problem with that. Here's my problem with that. If it's something new and special and spectacular, the leftover is never as good as the original. It's the original that left such an incredible impression on your mind. It was an amazing, amazing flavor. That's what we crave. And when you go and have the leftovers the next day, they don't quite live up to the original food, the fresh food that you had the night before. And then you always want to eat more and more and more, hoping that the next bite is going to live up to your initial memory. And that's where we fall apart. So, what I'd rather people do is just commit to just a few spectacular bites, recognize that they can always go back and have it again fresh at a later time, but throw the rest of the food away. It will never live up to that initial impression. And this also goes back to just having a few bites of a particular food. It really leaves an amazing impression in your mind. It's sort of like what Chip was talking about today on the website, right? So it's just, if you really want to leave with an incredible memory of that food, just take a couple bites. You can always have it, do it again later, but please throw the rest away. Don't even keep it around. You cannot duplicate it. So don't try. Don't even bother. And if you do try and bother, it's going to waste. It's a waste for everybody. It's a waste for your health. It's a waste for, all the carbon. Don't eat it. Put it in the trash. Return it to the circle of life. Okay? I don't want you to be part of that circle right now. Let it come back to you in another way. Okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
All righty. All right, guys, we're done, I think. So anyway, it was great seeing you all, and then we'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
Yeah? Can we do it again next week? I love the group tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Let's do this again next week. Sorry, Sheila, you came on so late here, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My son got engaged tonight, so I was.
Yay! Congratulations! Congratulations!
Yeah.
That's really
awesome.
exciting.
Yeah, very, very. We love this girl. So,
Shelley, that's really exciting. How old is he?
26,
How old is she?
25.
Oh, that's great. Are they
Yeah.
planning? Well, of course, your next question is, well, now, when the marriage, and then when are the first kids coming, right? Probably can't do that.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be long after that, but I don't know when the wedding will be. They're both pretty career oriented, so.
No, it's all good. Congratulations. That's a neat time. It's a fun time. The problem then, of course, it's going to be, there's a lot of, as always, a lot of food surrounding engagement parties and all that kind of stuff when the time comes. Oh, I want you thin by then. I want you super, super, super thin.
Right,
Okay.
right. I'm just so
Okay.
glad I've lost this weight. I'm not going to be so embarrassed when I do meet his family.
There you go. That's number one. But number two, let's save our bites for those occasions, like when you do meet the family, when you do have the engagement party and the wedding and all that kind of stuff. So think of that the next time you're eating. You know what? I would much rather have more of whatever food they're eating at that particular event than this particular chicken pot pie right here, right now, that I'm going to eat again tomorrow night anyway, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I want you to be a little bit hungry. I really want you to set your hunger set. I want you to focus, and let's just get this thing done.
Okay.
Okay.